The people of Yunlin County are very familiar with the Huwei Sugar Mill, and it is firmly embedded in the country's collective memory. Everyone above a certain age remembers riding on the half-gauge trains serving the mill and hearing the train's whistles. Every scene of the trains and mill is deeply imbued with historical overtones. Founded in 1906, the Huwei Sugar Mill is currently beginning its centennial year. It has been the source of Huwei's development and prosperity for a century, and the whole area has revolved around it in the past. Huwei's very existence is due to the sugar industry. The Huwei Sugar Mill's century-long saga begins with the story of Taiwan's sugar industry. Cane sugar is one of Taiwan's most important products, and the sugar industry is 300 or 400 years old. Taiwan Sugar Corporation replaced the Dai Nippon Sugar Manufacturing Company after the end of Japanese colonial rule in 1946. The sugar industry has played a critical role in Taiwan's economic history. Granulated sugar was Taiwan's leading agricultural export by value from 1952 to 1964. At its peak, it accounted for 74% of foreign exchange earnings. Sugar dominated Taiwan's agricultural economy in those days, and the Taiwan Sugar Corporation was a leading member of the International Sugar Association. The Sugar Business Division was established in 2004 and is one of Taiwan Sugar's 8 divisions. It includes 3 sugar mills and 1 sugar refinery. The 3 sugar mills are the Huwei Sugar Mill, Nanqing Sugar Mill, and Shanhua Sugar Mill. These mills together can process 9,000 tons of sugarcane each day. The Huwei Sugar Mill is located in Yunlin County. Established in 1906, it originally contained 2 sugar mills and 1 alcohol plant. In those days, the mill was able to press up to 4,900 tons of sugarcane daily. It was the largest sugar mill in Taiwan and set a production record of 100,000 tons of sugar in 1 year during the Japanese colonial period. Annual sugar output was 64,000 tons during the 1958 to 1959 period, making it Taiwan Sugar's biggest producer and a major contributor to the national economy. The Huwei Sugar Mill's main functions consist of farm management and sugar production. Farming operations consist of the Huwei Raw Materials subsection and the Shihu Raw Materials subsection. The total area planted is approximately 3,700 hectares, and annual raw sugarcane output is roughly 281,000 tons. The lime method is used to produce brown sugar. Up to 3,300 tons of sugarcane is pressed each day, and annual output is roughly 26,000 tons. The sweetness of sugar gives people happiness and a sense of contentment. How is it made? The process begins with sugarcane. Let's first look at how sugarcane is grown. Sugarcane is the main raw material used in making sugar. It thrives in tropical and subtropical areas. Southern and eastern Taiwan are ideal for the cultivation of sugarcane. Taiwan Sugar uses large machinery to prepare and cultivate vast fields. The first steps are deep plowing and harrowing to loosen the soil and get it ready for the growth of new sprouts. Sugarcane is planted after the fields have been prepared. The sugarcane seedlings consist of healthy sugarcane stem sections buried in the soil. The stems gradually sprout and become new sugarcane plants. A lot of care is needed in the cultivation process, and it takes much time and effort to ensure healthy, rapid growth. takes between 12 and 18 months for the cane to mature. The cane can be harvested after it passes a sugar test and meets the sweetness standard. In Taiwan, sugarcane matures and is harvested from December to the following April. Large harvesters are used to rapidly and efficiently harvest cane. Each harvester can harvest approximately 250 tons of sugarcane every day, which is equivalent to the work of 100 human cane cutters. Usually sugarcane is simultaneously cut into pieces of around 30 centimeters in length when machine harvested. This process eliminates most foreign matter and improves the quality of the resulting sugarcane. The sugarcane is then transported by road to a sugar mill. The Huwei Sugar Mill is now the only sugar mill in Taiwan that still transports sugar by railroad. After reaching the sugar mill, the cane first passes through the scale house and is weighed. Around 5 to 7 kilograms of sugar cane is kept as a sample after weighing. These samples help determine rewards or penalties for sugarcane weight, foreign matter, and quality. The sugarcane is sent to a storage yard after samples are taken. Here the trucks unload the sugarcane. A conveyor belt then sends the cane to the plant where the process of making sugar really begins. The first step inside the plant is to remove sand and dirt. This process ensures that the sugarcane contains a minimum of foreign matter. The cane is then sliced and cut before entering a shredder and being crushed into a mass of fibers and juice. The shredded sugar cane is sent to presses so that the juice can be squeezed out. There are 4 sets of mill. The first set of mill squeezes out the raw juice. To make sure that all sugar is extracted from the bagasse fibers, the cane is soaked and sent through 4 sets of mill. After a final soaking in hot water, the last of the sugar is squeezed out of the bagasse. Now the sugar juice and bagasse have been separated. Bagasse is the fibrous matter left over after sugarcane has been pressed. In order to achieve maximum efficiency, the bagasse is recycled and used as a fuel in the sugar-making process. Making sugar is very friendly to the environment. The bagasse is burned in a boiler to produce steam, and the steam is sent to a turbine to generate electricity. Around 80 to 90% of the power needed to produce sugar is obtained by burning bagasse inside the sugar mill. After all the sugar juice has been squeezed from the sugar cane, the juice is sent first to 3 to 4 heaters, and then to a liming tank and a clarifier. The goal is to let the lime precipitate any foreign matter in the juice. The next step is filtration. A vacuum filter is used to remove foreign matter, which is known as filter cake. The remaining sugar juice is known as clarified juice. It is sent to a preheating machine to be heated to 105 degrees centigrade. It is then sent to 4 to 5 evaporators for further heating. Excess water is evaporated away, leaving concentrated sugar syrup with a Brix value of 65%. After evaporation, the sugar syrup is sent to a vacuum pan in the crystallization room. Here the syrup is boiled to produce a kind of sugar paste called masquit, containing a mixture of sugar crystals and molasses. This is called the crystallization process. The masquit is then sent to a centrifugal machine. The masquit consists of a mixture of sugar crystals and molasses that must be separated in a centrifugal machine, which is a kind of dewatering tank. This step yields the 2 products of sugar and molasses. The centrifugal machine uses centrifugal force to separate the liquid molasses from the solid sugar crystals. The molasses is kept as a raw material for the production of health supplements, MSG, alcohol, and yeast. After separation of molasses, the sugar is sent to a vibrating sieving machine that removes any particles that are too large or too small. The resulting uniform crystal is automatically packed and sealed in woven PP bags as various sugar products. These are the sugar products that we see on store shelves and use in our daily lives. A great saga has played out at the Huwei Sugar Mill over the course of a century. Everything that happened here was full of color and glory. Located in Tongxin Park, the 310 monument commemorates the story of Taiwan Sugar's near-death experience. The sugarcane crop failed in 1951, and Taiwan Sugar's outlook for the year dropped precipitously, causing it huge losses. Taiwan Sugar's savior came from the Huwei Sugar Mill in the form of the NCO 310 variety of sugarcane. Taiwan Sugar began promoting the 310 variety on a large scale in 1952 and ended up rewriting history. This variety is fast-growing and highly adaptable. Crisis was averted, a great breakthrough made, and the sugar industry revived. This episode has become known as the much retold legend of 310. The whole sprout mechanical planting monument also records another epic moment in the Huwei Sugar Mill's history. For several hundred years, sugarcane had been planted by hand, using the double sprout method. But this method is laborious and time-consuming. The Huwei Mill began mechanizing sugarcane cultivation in 1981 and developed a new mechanized method of directly planting whole sugarcane sprouts. This major breakthrough in sugarcane planting sharply reduced the cost of sugar production and established Taiwan as a leader in sugar-making technology development. Located in Tongxin Park, the number 11 steam locomotive commemorates the sugar industry's past role in transportation. Sugar mills relied on light-gauge, steam-powered trains to haul sugarcane in the early days, and their tracks formed a far-reaching transportation network in conjunction with Taiwan's main rail line. This locomotive was retired with other steam locomotives in 1981, but it is still preserved as a symbol of the sugar industry's several hundred years of glorious history. Taiwan Sugar made Huwei prosper, and it has brought many precious cultural assets. Riding on Taiwan Sugar's light-gauge trains is one of people's most cherished memories. These trains played prominent roles in the childhood and youth of many a local resident. The iron Huwei Bridge spans the Huwei River with 3 ornamented spans of unequal height. The spans and their railings form a fascinating asymmetric stair-step pattern. The bridge has a full length of 400 to 500 meters, and it is supported by 10 arching piers. A light-gauge train crossing the Huwei River on this iron bridge was long considered a classic local scene. Although the trains are no longer running, the bridge is still there. Its charming curves frame the horizon, and it still retains the power to bring back a flood of wonderful memories. The Huwei Sugar Mill has established a sugar industry museum containing thought-provoking exhibits of sugar making in years past. Here you can see the history of Taiwan's sugar industry and ponder the industry's role in Taiwan's prosperity and cultural memories. The architecture and design of the Japanese-style dormitory at the Huwei Sugar Mill are probably unique in Taiwan. There are bishopwood trees on both sides, and the courtyard is clean and lovely. This old Japanese-style building once provided presidential-class accommodations to visiting VIPs and still preserves its classic beauty. There is now a new-style renovated guest house on the grounds. While their architectural styles are different, they still bear witness to the elegance of the past. The Sugar Mill's ice cream store offers many frozen treats. This store plays a big role in people's fond memories of the past. Why not enjoy a popsicle while visiting the sugar mill? It's a great way to beat the summer heat. Popsicles are made with materials from the sugar mill next door and bring back many sweet childhood memories. While at its peak, the century-old sugar industry made a substantial contribution to the country's economic growth and fiscal strength. This temple to the sugar industry, built through the dedicated efforts of countless individuals, has already survived 100 years and captures many unique moments in history. The sugar industry's historical memories and cultural heritage provide a solid foundation for the area's continued development. Looking ahead to the future, the culturally endowed Huwei Sugar Mill will rely on industry, tourism, recreation, culture, and history to sustain its great relevance and importance in the years to come.